The following is a list of the 10 most advanced fighter jets in 2021, as launched by Aerotime Wednesday, the 28th of April 2021. 10. Dassault Rafale. The fighter jet developed by the French company Dassault is a multi-role fighter that can deter and fight other aircraft. In addition, this fighter jet is capable of attacking on land as well as at sea level. The Rafale itself is a jet suitable for use in spy missions. Even this fighter aircraft is capable of carrying nuclear weapons though. These fighter jets are now not only used by France, but Egypt and Qatar also have Rafales in their air force. The United Arab Emirates and Greece also apparently bought this fighter jet. 9. McDonnell Douglas F15 Eagle. This one aircraft is a fighter jet that was successfully purchased by Boeing from America. Developed by McDonnell Douglas and later by Boeing, the F-15 is still in production today. Although this fighter jet has been around for 35 years, the F-15 is still considered a very capable fighter in the air. The F-15 itself is now operated by 4 countries: Israel, Japan, Saudi Arabia, and the United States. The newest variant of the F-15 Eagle itself is called the F15EX. The United States itself developed its newest F-15 variant by adding features of a 5th-generation fighter jet for its airspace defense. The F-15EX itself is capable of carrying up to 22 air-to-air missiles and has the latest electronic warfare equipment. 8. JF17 Thunder. President Joko Widodo boarded the cockpit of the JF17 Thunder aircraft at Nur Khan Air Base, Islamabad, Pakistan. Joko also witnessed the attraction of the JF-17 fighter aircraft. The JF-17 Thunder or FC-1 Xiaolong is a multi-role fighter jet, developed by a joint operation between China and Pakistan. This fighter jet provides the Pakistan Air Force with a cheap and modern alternative to its old fleet. Therefore, the JF-17 Thunder fighter jet fleet itself will become the backbone of the PAF Pakistan Air Force. 7. HAL Teaches fighter jet. The HAL Teaches is an Indian fighter jet that replaced the MiG-21. This fighter jet fleet has been used by the Indian Air Force since 1964. Various pilots have praised the HAL Teaches for its high maneuverability. Production of the 4th-generation fighter jet, which is the newest model, has just started production. The program also had to go through quite a struggle to get an operational permit. HAL Teaches itself is a fighter jet that has very light wings and gives the pilot the ability to control it during sharp maneuvers. 6. Eurofighter Typhoon. Eurofighter Typhoon, AP-type fighter jet. Of all the fighter jets on the list, the tail from the Typhoon itself is perhaps the most interesting. The joint operation of Airbus, Space Systems and Leonardo developed the Typhoon. After development began in 1983, the first official test flight took place in 1994. The Typhoon itself was not interrupted by delays. After the fall of the Berlin Wall and the change of government in Germany, the German Chancellor applied to cancel the project, although in the end the project was still maintained. This fighter jet now serves 9 countries, including Germany, Great Britain, Qatar, Kuwait, and Italy. 5. Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. The world's first 5th-generation fighter jet. The F-22 Raptor entered service in 2005, but in 2011 the United States government canceled production of the Raptor. Although this fighter jet is one of the most important fleets for the USAF United States Air Force, the increase in maintenance costs coupled with a reduction in air missions is the reason for the discontinuation of production of this fighter. Even so, the F-22 is a pioneer fighter jet capable of combining super cruise, super maneuverability, stealth and fusion sensors. This fighter jet is also rumored to be the best stealth fighter ever. The Raptor is much harder to track on radar due to its special construction. 5. Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. The world's first 5th-generation fighter jet, the F-22 Raptor, entered service in 2005. But in 2011, the United States government canceled production of the Raptor. Although this fighter jet is one of the most important fleets for the USAF, United States Air Force, the increased maintenance costs coupled with the start of the reduction air missions has been the reason for the discontinuation of production of this fighter. Even so, the F-22 is a pioneer fighter jet capable of combining super cruise, super maneuverability, stealth and sensor fusion. This fighter jet is also rumored to be the best stealth fighter ever. The Raptor is much harder to track on radar due to its special construction. 4. Mitsubishi X2 Shinshin. The Mitsubishi F-86F Sabre fighter jet belonging to the Japanese Martial Forces. Although Shinshin is not a fighter jet, Japan uses the X2 as a test for other fighter jet technologies. The backdrop of this jet is that Japan is looking to replace its current fighter aircraft fleet. The Japanese government is also rumored to have contacted America for a possible purchase of the F-22 Raptor, but the U.S. Congress rejected that possibility. The reason for that was to protect the secrets of his military fleet. 3. Shenyang FC31. The FC31 or J-31 is the second fifth-generation fighter jet to be introduced to the Chinese Air Force. Although reportedly a little less sophisticated than the Chengdu J20, the FC31 is still a capable fighter jet. Until recently, the specifications of this fighter jet were unclear to anyone outside the Chinese military. The Shenyang FC31 is reportedly a much lighter and more agile fighter than the Chengdu J20. In the future, these fighter jets can be used on Chinese aircraft carriers, and later they will try to sell them to other countries as well. 2. Chengdu J20. China's Chengdu J20 stealth fighter jet. The Chengdu J20 is the best fighter jet in China. The Chengdu Aerospace Corporation introduced the J20 in 2017. After more than 20 years of development, the fighter aircraft first flew in 2011. Since its maiden flight, the fighter has undergone several design changes, including a new intake, a new stealth coating, and a new design of vertical stabilizers. 1. Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II. The United States Air Force introduced its newest fighter jet in 2015. The F-35 has three main variants with differences in their landing capabilities. The F-35A is a basic variant and a conventional fighter jet. The F-35B is a vertical short takeoff and landing aircraft which can be hovered in the air thanks to a special rotary engine. The F-35C is a carrier variant designed to replace the F-A-18 fighter aircraft. The U.S. government itself reportedly spent more than 1,000 trillion United States dollars on the production of this fighter jet. Lockheed, the aerial and defense company, projects that the USAF will utilize the fighter jets until 2070. Despite the criticism of the F-35, there is certainly no denying that this fighter jet is the most advanced Air Force still operating to date.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's